I hope that you're enjoying The House on Mango Street as much as I am. It's a great book. We've just read the chapter titled My Name, and soon we are going to be researching our own names, learning a little bit about where they came from and what they mean, and we'll be writing personal narrative essays about our own names, and hopefully we'll learn a little bit about ourselves. She uses great figurative writing, figurative language, and I hope that you do too when you write your essays. Figurative writing is not literal. Figurative writing examples are things like similes and metaphors. When we use a simile, we are comparing two like things. And when I say like things, I might mean objects, activities, or ideas. And I'm using the words like or as in a simile. All similes use the words like or as. If I say that my grandmother was as sweet as honey, I'm not saying that she was honey. I'm comparing her to honey, and you can hear the word as there. If I'm using a metaphor is also comparing two like things, just like a simile does. However, a metaphor uses linking verbs. A metaphor says that one thing is another thing. For instance, she was a ray of sunshine. That's a metaphor. A metaphor uses linking verbs like is, are, was, and were. Let's look at our books, and we can see on page 10, the very first paragraph. In English, my name means hope. In Spanish, it means too many letters. It means sadness. It means waiting. It is like the number 9, a muddy color. It is the Mexican records my father plays on Sunday mornings when he is shaving, songs like sobbing. We can see right in the first paragraph her rich use of figurative writing, figurative language. She's using figures of speech to convey deeper meaning. When she says, it is the Mexican records my father plays on Sunday mornings, we know that her name is not records, but somehow it reminds her of records. Records that her father listens to when he's shaving. Songs like sobbing. She also mentions that her name is like the number 9. That's a simile. We know that her name isn't number 9. I wonder where she got that. However, the word or the name Esperanza does have, count 'em, 9 letters. Maybe that's what she means. What does she mean by muddy? This tells us a little bit about her. We might have to guess at its meaning. It's deeper. Let me show you how to look up your own names. And when you read about your names and learn about your names, I want you to think about some of the similes or metaphors that you might use in your own writing. It will spice up your essays. Let's look at the Behind the Name website and enter Esperanza's name and see what we can learn about it. I'll make it a little bit bigger so it's easier to see. We can see that it is a Spanish name. I think we knew that. And we also see that it means just what she said it meant, to hope. We can also look at the popularity. much more popular in Chile than in the United States. I think I'll enter my own name and see what I can learn about it. I already know that it is Irish. Let's see. The usage is English, yes, and it is an Irish name. I can click on pronunciation here and see how the name is pronounced. Some people say Colleen, some say Colleen. I also see that it is an Irish name meaning girl. I can look at related names and I can look at popularity. Let's look at the KWL organizer chart that you're all going to fill out. I'd like you to write down what you already know about your name and also what you wonder about your name. Once we're all done, we'll fill out the third column and we will write down what we learned about our names. Remember, we're not going to just look at websites and in books for information. We will be interviewing our family members or our friends who might know who named us and why they chose the name that is so unique to us.